Yes. Great. Okay. So now we can pray. So, I like to start my morning ritual with tones at different registers, different pitches, and I try to sustain them for as long as I can. And that helps me focus on the breath and get my voice ready for more complex practice. So if you'd like to do this with me, this practice is very similar to the pranayama that we're going to do at the end of the stream. So I've been promising y'all a pranayama class for quite some time, and I have time this morning. So we're going to do morning prayers, and we're going to have breakfast, and then we're going to do pranayama. And so pranayama is a breathing meditation that I learned at the Shivananda Yoga Ashram, and I'm really excited to actually offer this class to you all. So stick around to the end, we'll do some pranayama, and here's a little taste of what that practice will feel like right now for the next 2 or 3 minutes. So if you'd like to join along, you can just do a quick body scan. Pay attention to where you are in space. Pay attention to your pelvis. How is your pelvis seated, and how does your spine come out from it? And pay attention to your shoulders. Make sure that they are straight, that your head is erect. And take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale completely. Exhale fully. Inhale. And exhale. So in your next inhalation, we're going to make a tone. So to inhale, you want to pay attention to all of your abdominal muscles from the very bottom of your pelvic floor all the way up through your rectus abdominis to the base of your sternum. Pay attention to all the muscles there. Inhale, and on exhalation, make a tone. Any tone you like, doesn't matter. And try to hold that tone steady and pure for as long as you can. Ready? Inhale. Good morning, all. So, that was a little taste of what the pranayama class at the end of the stream will be like. the end of this stream, we're going to shift from TikTok to Discord. You can join my Discord server and I will be live there. And we can have a more interactive pranayama class like that with shared breath, shared intention. Great. Yes, I do this every day consistently. So, we will start now, as we always do, with the book of Deuteronomy. And the setting is Moses. The setting is the desert, right? And Moses is wandering through the desert with his people. And they're looking for a sense of identity, and so they talk to Moses and they say, Moses, how do we human? And Moses says, listen. Shema Yisrael Asher Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Listen, Israel. Yahweh Eloheinu Asher Echad are one. These gods, which you think are separate characters, they are all one. Like a serpent eating its tail, they contain one another, they undermine one another, they consume one another, and yet they are whole. Yahweh Echad. Yahweh is one. So what does it mean? What does it mean, actually? Right, I say these words every day. What does that actually mean? So the next words in Hebrew explain not what it means, but what to do with the words. They're totally agnostic as to what they mean. But there's some good instructions, so I will read you these instructions. I will sing to you these instructions. I will impart to you these instructions today. And as I do so, I would love to hear from you what you think it means. Yahweh Echad. What does that mean to you? ואהבת את ענת אלוהיך ובכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. So what do these words mean? What do they mean? Ve'ahavta means and you shall love. Ve'ahavta et Yahweh Elohecha, and you shall love Yahweh Eloheinu with all your heart and with all your might and with all your soul. And take to heart these words which I charged you today, right? These incredible words that, due to some kind of witchcraft, are able to go from my lips into my phone through the ether in the form of light, out of your phone as light, and into your eyes as an image. Right? These words, these ones, teach them to your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away. When you are out, when you lie down, and when you get up. You shall bind them as a symbol on your hand, like this, and let them serve as a sign on your forehead. And inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Mezuzot means gates. How many of you have a mezuzah or have seen a mezuzah? Any of you? This is a mezuzah here. Oh gosh. Here. This is a mezuzah. It's contains the words that I just spoke to you. These words. Woohoo! The words say copy me. The words say put me in a little scroll and bind it to your doorpost. The words say represent me on your hand. Yahweh Echad, all is one. Bind me as a symbol on your hand. Do I live on a farm? I do. I do indeed. So, it's not enough, though, to simply bind them as a symbol on your hand. There's more. More instruction from the book of Deuteronomy. Let's listen. V'chaya, ki v'yacha Yahweh Elohecha el ha'aretz asher nisba lavatecha le'Avram Yitzchak u'Yaakov לתת לך עברים גדולות וטובות אשר לא בנית, ובתים מלאים כל טובה אשר לא מילאת, ובורות עצובים אשר לא עשת, כהרים וזיתים אשר לא נתת, והלכת ושבת. הישמר לך פן תשכח את יהוה אשר תישך מארץ מצרים מבית עבדים. When Yahweh Eloheinu brings you to the land that he swore to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to assign to you. Welcome to Israel, buddy. Great and flourishing cities that you did not build. Houses full of all good things that you did not fill. Hewn cisterns that you did not hew. Vineyards and olive groves that you did not plant. And you eat your fill. Take heed that you do not forget Yahweh, who freed you from the land of Egypt, the house of bondage. What a threatening prayer. Prayer says, okay, wandering people, here's the thing to do. First, remember that I am one, that I am the totality of all things. Just comprehend that paradox for a moment, that there's this separate voice, separate, out there in the universe somewhere, coming down through Moses, that claims to be literally everything, even though it's a separate voice. Okay, what do we do with this? Well, the voice says, copy me. Copy me. Fair enough. All right. Just say that over and over again. Yahweh Echad, Yahweh Echad, Yahweh Echad, Yahweh Echad. Okay. Copy me. But what else? Well, when you find yourself in a place full of riches that you did not earn, full of stolen riches, perhaps, right? Where did those cisterns come from? Who hewed them? Who planted those olive groves? How did you come into their possession? Remember that just as you were slaves once, you could be made slaves again, just as you enslaved the people who you conquered, whose land this used to be. All right. Remember that. Do you live on stolen land? I live on stolen land. This land used to be Oneida land. I drink from a cistern that I did not hew. I eat from vineyards I did not plant. What about you? Do you live on stolen land? Let me know. Someone asked earlier in the chat how long have I been with my partner, so I don't want to talk about it too much because, my personal life is my personal life. But I have two partners, one of whom I've been with for about a year, and the other whom I've been with for 9 years, 8 years, 7 years, 8 years, 8 years. Let's say it's 8 years. Yeah. So, hopefully that answers your question about that. Baruch atah Yahweh, Eloheinu melech haolam, shelo ashani isha. I repeat the name of Yahweh Eloheinu, who did not make me a woman. I did. Am I polyamorous or something? Yes. Yes, I am. Baruch atah Asherah, Anat Melech HaOlam, Asher yitzar et ha'adam b'chachama u'vara ve'or. I repeat the name of Asherah Anat, who made me with many openings and cavities. So, this is Asherah. This is a figurine of her, a representation of her. This goddess was worshipped in ancient Canaan around 3,000 years ago. Maybe 4. She's a goddess. She's got large breasts. And so that prayer says, "Hey Asherah, thanks for making me with many openings and cavities." It's an Orthodox prayer. It's not traditionally to Asherah, it's traditionally to Yahweh. Just as the first prayer is also traditionally to Yahweh. Thanks, Yahweh, for not making me a woman. I can say both. Both are true. To the extent that either of those gods made me, Yahweh did not make me a woman, and Asherah gave me some openings and cavities. And how much do I think those gods made me? Very little. None. Have I mentioned I'm an atheist? Okay. I came upon a wedding that old families had contrived, with Bethlehem the bridegroom and Babylon the bride. Oh, great Babylon was trembling, and she stood there naked with me, and Bethlehem inflamed us both like the shy one at some orgy. And when we fell together, all our flesh was like a veil that we had to draw aside to see the serpent eat its tail. Oh. Some women wait for Jesus, and some may wait for Cain. So I'll hang upon this altar, and I'll hoist my axe again, and I'll take the one who finds me back to where it all began, back when Jesus was the honeymoon, and Cain was just a man, and we'll read from pleasant Bibles that are bound in blood and skin, that Asherah is gathering all her children back again. Thank you for the rose. You worship a blind and deaf god carved by woman's hands. Those were my hands that carved it. Carved by woman's hands. My channel is blasphemous and an abomination. Thank you. You have won the comment war. Thank you. That is all I have wanted to hear in my life. You worship a blind and deaf god carved by men's hands. Your channel is blasphemous and abomination. Ah. Woo. If you want to troll me like that, keep going. Honestly, I feel like being trans is honestly getting closer to the source, becoming one, male and female. Jess loves tacos. Yes, that is my perspective on it. Did you know that when I transitioned, I became much more religious? It's true. Not all trans people want to be viewed as both. But I do. I don't and I do. I want to be gendered as a woman. I want to be seen as a woman, but I don't deny my male patterns. I have them. There's one right there, right? They're all over my face. And they're in the way I think, too, right? I have male patterns, and I do want to be both in a very intense sense. My name is Tiresias, right? Yeah. Yes, if we apply that to all trans people, we misgender. It's true. Why do I pray if I'm an atheist? Yes. Well, why don't I sing you a song about that? That's where we are. That is where we are in this service. Because prayer produces a kind of community, right? Because prayer puts me in communion with the world around me, right? Like when I'm singing with all of you, I feel like I'm in my body and I feel like I'm connected to the world. And that doesn't require any supernatural deities, you know? But there's more on that. Let me sing you this prayer. It goes like this. I don't want to pray to my maker, no. I just want to be feeling free. Not just who I am, but the pink in golden land and that wide, wild sky over me. Help me to the sun. Hey, I'm looking everywhere. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. Pray. And it's not much good to talk. Better to walk it. Ooh, not much good to take, better to give. We are done, forgiven, and forgotten of our sins. And I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. So, pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. Pray, and it's not much good to talk, better to walk it. Ooh, not much good to take, better to give. We are done, forgiven, and forgotten of our sins, and I promise you, my friends, all that dies will live again. So, pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer, and I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. Pray. I love Allah, Allah made love. And Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asherah made good. And Anat made bad. Eloheinu made love. And Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah. God made. But I don't want to pray to my Maker. I just want to be what I see. Not like in a book or the leaves of trees that shook from a word that means only not a thing. Hashem. Pardon, God and Mom, what I'm saying isn't fair. See, I'm looking to become not the prayer, but the prayer. And I don't want to pray, no. I don't want to pray, no, no, no. I don't want to pray. We don't want to pray. Pray. I love Allah, Allah made love. And Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. Asher, Asherah made good. And Anat made bad. Eloheinu made love. And Yahweh, Yahweh made hate. I love Allah. God made me. Except that's a lie. You all know that, right? None of those gods exist, and I made me. Or perhaps you all are making me right now. We are making together, we're making this space together. This space where images and ideas can blend. Hi, George. I'm glad you're here. My tabernacle is under Stonehenge. Yahweh Allah. Yahweh Allah. Yahweh Allah. God does exist. Well, so someone asked me earlier, is this song from a particular religion? It's by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. They're an American folk group. They're influenced by American Christianity, but not that strongly. Yeah. Someone asked me why I pray to God as an atheist, right? And these are all labels. I don't need to take on the atheist label. It's just a way to prod you all to say things like God exists. Like, of course God exists. Like, God is a social construct, and so they exist. So I like the lyrics of that. I want to be not the prayer, not me, but the prayer. The sounds coming out of my lips, right? There's something about becoming one with the world that prayer can do. And that's why I pray. So, now we're going to do some sequences from the Shivananda... Gosh, what's going on with my finger? The Shivananda tradition. Oh gosh. My candle. Did I never light my candle? Also, where's the lighter? Here's the lighter. I want a candle. Light. Arati. There we go. So, I'm going to sing now from the Shivananda tradition. This is the Shivananda Kirtan book, and a number of prayers that I learned at the Shivananda ashram. At the end of this stream, if you're still here, I know, how long has it been? It's been 26 minutes. Wow, that's fast. So at the end of this stream, I'm going to shift onto my Discord server, and we can do pranayama practice together. If any of you are interested in that. Let's see what people have said on the Discord. Katie's here. Hey, Katie. Great. So, yes, if you'd like to do some pranayama practice with me at the end of this stream, then we will shift onto there. So we will save the pranayama prayer, this one, Shivananda Dhyana Sloka, for the start of our pranayama practice. As we will also save Trayambakam for the conclusion, as is fitting. But to conclude this portion of the live stream, I'm going to have some breakfast in a bit. To conclude this portion of the live stream, we're going to do Arati. Here's Arati. This is a prayer to light. Here's a little light. Just lit it. So, Arati means light or flame. And now is the portion of the live stream where I have to say TikTok has added a new like button. And now my economic worth to them is related to the number of likes that I get. And so, as I am repeating this mantra, Jaya Jayarati, if you wanted to like it as a kind of applause or participation, that would be nice. Feja, you're required? You're required to moderate here? It is your only job here? Is that how you see it? I hope you don't feel required. I hope that you're doing it out of goodwill. And also, I think you have other roles than moderation. You have a role to be present and to enjoy yourself. You're a volunteer. Yeah, you're a volunteer. Okay, so let's Arati. Jaya Jayarati Vina Vinayaka Vina Vinayaka Shri Ganesha Jaya Jayarati Subramanya Subramanya Kartikeya Jaya Jayarati Venugopala Venugopala Venuola Papa Vidura Navanita Chora Jaya Jayarati Venkanta Ramana Venkantaramana Bhavani Sankara Sitarama Radhe Shama Jaya Jayarati Gauri Manohara Gauri Manohara Bhavani Sankara Samba Sada Shiva Uma Maheshwara Jaya Jayarati Raja Rajeshwari Raja Rajeshwari Tripura Sindari Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Mahashakti Jaya Jayarati Anjaneya Anjaneya Hanumanta Jaya Jayarati Datta Jaya Datta Jaya Trimutriya Vatara Jaya Jayarati Adityaya Adityaya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jayarati Sanistaraya Sanistaraya Bhaskaraya Jaya Jayarati Sankarajaya Sankarajaya Advaita Guravi Jaya Jayarati Sadgurunata Sadgurunata Shivananda Jaya Jayarati Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Vishnu Devananda Jaya Jayarati Agastya Munaye Agastya Munaye Shriyama Priyaye Jaya Jayarati Ayapa Swamine Ayapa Swamine Dharma Shastave Jaya Jayarati Jesus Gurave Moses Gurave Buddha Gurave Jaya Jayarati Muhammad Gurave Guru Nanak Gurave Samastya Gurubho Namaha Jaya Jayarati Venugopala. Natatra Suyopati Natandrakaratam Nema Vidyopati Kutaya Magni Twameva Bantamani Sarvam Tasya Basya Samidam Vivanti Om Gange Kayamune Kaiva Govari Saraswati Narmade Sudhikaveri Namastitam Namo Namaha. Neither the sun shines there, nor the moon, the stars, or lightning. So, from where does its light come? When that shines, everything shines after that. By its light, all else is lit. Tvameva mata chapita tvameva Tvameva bandhusha saka tvameva Tvameva vidya travinam tvameva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Kayena vacha manasendriyarva Buddhyatmanava prakriti sabhavad Karam yad yad mangalam parasmahe Narayanahiti sarmar payami Sarvadharmam pravijaya mamikam sarvanam praja Aham sva sarvapapayo mokshayami masucha. Whatever actions I perform with my body, speech, mind, senses, my nature, my intellect, or my emotions, all this I dedicate to you, to all of you. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. The language of the Arati is Sanskrit, and I learned it at the Shivananda ashram in the mountains of New York. And at the end of this stream, in about half an hour or so, we're going to do a pranayama class on my Discord server. So if you'd like to participate in some breathing meditation with me in about half an hour after I eat, then you can join my Discord server. There's a link to the server in my bio. So I hope you will join the server, and then we can have our pranayama class. And it'll be nice. Yeah. So, but before breakfast, I have one more mantra for you. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm already winning. Well, that's great. Thank you. May I ask about your religion? First time here. You've watched my videos and you find it very interesting. So, I'm ethnically Jewish, and the prayer that we're about to say is called Kaddish. So the word Kaddish, it's also my name, right? Tiresias Kaddish. The word Kaddish comes from an ancient Syrian city, Kadesh, And then there was a goddess who lived in that city, or perhaps elsewhere in southern Egypt, named Kadesh, and she looked like this, right? She's a sexy lady. That god over there finds her interesting. And in Hebrew, the word kadosh means holy, right? So I'm ethnically Jewish, and so much of my theology and understanding of the nature of God comes from the Jewish tradition. However, I also spent a significant amount of time at the Shivananda Yoga Ashram, and so I've learned Hindu liturgy and Hindu theology, and both of those things have influenced the way I see myself and the way I see the world. And I'm sharing parts of both of those traditions with you, as well as ancient history, because I do think that in order to understand modern religious forms, we need to understand ancient religious forms. So hopefully that answers your question. What religion am I? I'm not quite sure. But this next prayer is called Kaddish. When Isaiah was at the throne of God and the Babylonians were destroying his city, he was prophesying it, and the angels were flanking Yahweh, and they were chanting Kadosh, 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 holy, holy, holy. From that time until today, these words have been associated with death. And we will now say Kaddish for all of those people who died yesterday of coronavirus, and for all those other sources of death and suffering that have plagued the living since our lineage began 3.8 billion years ago, and which will continue to plague us until we are done. And for the last 2,500 years, my ancestors have been saying the following words. Yid Gadal Vid Gadash Shemei Rabbah. Bi'al Madirach Yute V'yam Lich Mal Chute. B'chayachan V'yamechan V'chayid Kol Bei Israel. B'agalav V'zman Karif Himru. Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mi'v'arach Li'olam Olmei Olmeya. Yitbrach V'shtabach V'yitba'ar V'yirmad Midaseh. V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shemei Dekudisha B'richu. Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'sherata. Tush B'chata V'nechemata. Jemiran B'yomah V'imru. Amen. Yehi Shlamai Rabbah Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'yachol Yisrael V'imru. Amen. O say shalom b'mamav. Huya asay shalom. Alinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. O say shalom b'mamav. Huya say shalom aleinu v'yachol Yisrael v'imru v'imru. Amen. Thank you all so much for being here today, especially Phaedra. Oh my god, Phaedra, you are getting some shit. Anyone who tells you that you should leave, you can instantly ban. You know that, right? It's okay to go after me. It is not okay to go after my mods. You will be banned. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna have some breakfast, and then after breakfast we can move on over to my server and we will do some pranayama practice together. How does that sound? You're being extremely kind. I love the way that you're engaging. I really like that you are talking to audience members and telling them what behavior is acceptable or not, rather than just muting them and not explaining it to them. I really appreciate that so much. Like that is like perfect moderator behavior. You're doing amazingly. I just worry about overworking you, or exposing you to emotional distress. I don't want you to find this fatiguing. And if anyone would like to help Phaedra mod, join my Discord server and we can chat about it. Sitting on a lake, happy Sunday! Exploring with lots of mushies. That's so great. I'm so happy to hear that. Alright, so I'm gonna have some breakfast, and then we're gonna do pranayama on my Discord server. Okay. You have a great day too. Okay. Breakfast time. Hey look, I'm in a screen. Ouroboros everywhere. I have to do this trick every fucking time because I just think it's so beautiful. Like I truly think that this image is like one of the most beautiful images that I get to see every day. This. So okay. Maybe that's vain of me to say. It's extremely vain of me to say. Alright.